All right, good afternoon. My name is Mark Brutnell, and I'm the Special Agent in charge for FDLE here in Tampa Bay. And thank you for attending today's conference. Joining me today are Sheriff Chris Nacco from the Pasco Sheriff's Office. Also, we have Special Counsel Rita Peters from Attorney General Uthmeyer's Office of Statewide Prosecution. So we are here today to discuss the arrest of Joseph Allen Watson yesterday, a Pasco County Schools teacher, for charges related to child sexual abuse materials. So I'm going to get to the quick details here for you. So this quick and efficient investigation unfolded last Friday when FDLE agents received a tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children regarding an individual who shared and was also in possession of child pornography. Through investigative and analytical work, FDLE agents were able to identify Watson as the potential owner of the account that was sharing the materials. Additionally, agents were able to determine that Watson was a 24-year employee of the Pasco County Schools, having been hired in 2001. So on Friday afternoon, agents contacted the Pasco County Schools, who ultimately confirmed to us that Watson was an employee, but not only an employee, he was a music teacher at Oakstead Elementary School. Additionally, we were able to determine that Watson was a summer Bible school teacher at Grace Lutheran Church in Carrollwood. So on Monday, agents met with Watson at Oakstead Elementary, and we subsequently interviewed him. Watson cooperated with our agents, and he ultimately admitted to owning the internet account that received and shared the child pornography. As a result of that interview, Watson was arrested and charged with 2 counts of possession of child exploitive material, 2 counts of promotion of child sexual acts, and 2 counts of unlawful use of a two-way device. After the interview, our follow-up investigation went into high gear, and we still have ongoing efforts, but I'm pretty confident at this point we are able to say that Watson, luckily, thank God, was not a hands-on offender. However, our investigation is still ongoing. After the arrest was made, the Pasco County Schools followed their protocols and informed the parents and students of the arrest. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Pasco County Schools for their rapid response, their transparency, and overall professional collaboration on this investigation and ultimate arrest. They took these allegations very seriously, and they put the safety and welfare of their children first and foremost, and we really do appreciate that. Also, I'd be remiss if I didn't thank our FDLE agents and team members in the back here, and our Pasco County Sheriff's deputies and detectives for their swift action in making sure this offender will see justice for his actions. FDLE and our Bay Area partners continue to make these types of investigations a priority. Commissioner Mark Glass and Attorney General Uthmeyer take the protection of Florida's children extremely serious, and they lead by example. This case is an example of their commitment to protecting the state of Florida from offenders and predators like Mr. Watson. It is through these partnerships at the state level and combined with our great partnerships we share throughout all stages of law enforcement that we can continue to protect the community through diligent, investigative, and effective, aggressive prosecution. Again, a great team effort. With that, I'm going to turn it over to Pasco Sheriff Chris Nacco to say a few words, followed by Special Counsel Peters, and I'll come back and wrap it up. Sheriff?
Appreciate it. Thank you, Mark. So I'd like to thank Special Agent in Charge Mark Brutnell at FDLE and Rita Peters. And let me just say, Rita Peters is a prosecutor that every criminal in the Tampa Bay region is very fearful of. And I tell people who may be thinking about committing a crime, do not commit a cyber crime, do not commit human trafficking. You do not want Rita coming after you. She will put you away for a very long time. So this case, started with Nick Mick and then Florida Department of Law Enforcement with Mark and the agents. I want to thank them for calling us in to assist. And, their hard work led to this arrest. And my message today is, the one that with the school district, I understand that, this individual was a teacher, but these criminals, these lowlifes that commit these crimes are in every facet of our community. I get it is, when you hear it's a school teacher, it makes you drop, your heart drops, your jaw drops, because our children are there. And that is the utmost thing we can do is protect our children. But to make sure everybody realizes that these people are everywhere. And the school district, as soon as they found out, they did everything to assist the FDLE. But it's one of those things where I want everybody to realize is that, I get it, in law enforcement, If you go back many years ago, you remember the cop that walked the street. They walked the beat in a community. And then it's patrol cars driving around. There is a new community that law enforcement has to protect. There is a new community where crime goes on, and it's in social media. It's through the internet. It's through the computers. It's a whole new realm. This is so much different. And so to help our children, to protect people, to make people be better, we have to do prevention message. That prevention message is to make sure that parents talk to kids about things on social media, to prevent them, from going down paths where they talk to somebody and they think that person is of their age, but they're not. It's real crime. Those are real crimes. Sextortion is a major crime that we're dealing with. Revenge porn is a major crime that we're dealing with. We're dealing with human trafficking that occurs through this. But there's criminals such as this individual, the suspect, that was just arrested. And for many years, they thought that they can just hide on the internet. They can sit in their home, sit on a computer, and nobody would ever catch them. Those days are gone. So with FDLE's assistance, with Rita out there, and with Pasco Sheriff's Office, and with all the law enforcement, there's a new day, and it keeps getting stronger and stronger for law enforcement, that this new community that we have to protect. And those criminals that are out there know we will find you. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And so when you sit there and you think you're going to download child pornography, if you think you're going to commit these crimes online, make no mistake about it. There are groups out there like NCMEC that are assisting law enforcement to help hunt you down, and there is nowhere you will hide. So I appreciate FDLE again, and with that, I bring forward Rita.
Get my glasses on. Thank you. Thank you, Sheriff. Thank you, Zach Brutnell. It is my privilege to stand before you representing Florida's Attorney General James Uthmeier. General Uthmeier is committed to protection of our most vulnerable in our communities, our children. And he is also strongly advocating for holding offenders accountable. Florida is a law and order state, and we are dedicated to working with all of our partners and agency partners to keep Florida safe. This investigation shows a strong collaboration between agencies. Thank you to Special Agent in Charge Mark Brutnell for the Florida Department of Law Enforcement and his special agents and the Internet Crimes Against Children Unit for their hard work and swift action based on information that they received from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. And also to Pasco County Sheriff Chris Nocco and his agency for assisting us in this investigation and the apprehension of the defendant. As it stands, the defendant faces maximum sentence of 45 years in Florida State Prison when he is charged with 2 counts of possession of child pornography, 2 counts of promotion of child pornography, and 2 counts of use of a two-way communication device to commit a felony. Child pornography is more than just pornography. Child pornography is the memorialized record of the rape and the brutalization of a child, and in this case, a child that was prepubescent. We trust that the judicial system will ensure a fair result for this community, and we welcome the opportunity to prove this case in court and to hold this offender accountable for his actions. And again, this would not have been possible without the collaborative effort of all the agencies involved and the swift action of all the law enforcement officers who were just doing their police work. Thank you.
Thank you, Rita. I'm going to add a couple of things to the sheriff's point. So about a month ago, we were here for a press conference where we discussed a case where we were able to purchase almost 7 terabytes of CSAM material, 1.2 million videos and photos. And now here we are again on a much smaller scale, but still 1 picture's too much. So to the sheriff's point, if these individuals out there on the internet think they can hide, keep distributing it, keep producing it, keep selling it. We're out there, and we will catch you, whether it's 1.2 million or 1. 1 is too many. So we will be out there on the internet trying to protect the most vulnerable we can. And with a prosecutor like Rita, we will hold you accountable, no doubt about it. So with that, we'll take any questions if you guys have any.
Do you have any more information on the tip? Was it just, hey, this person has porn, or was it specific, like, hey, this is a teacher, so-and-so has...
No, so those tips come into us, and we have to do the due diligence to find out who is behind the device or who is in possession of the tip. We see the tip. Our experts can tell immediately that it is CSAM or child pornography. Then it's incumbent upon our investigators to find the person behind the device.
You said this was not a hands-on offense, I think was the term you used, but still parents feel right now? Should they be concerned that there might have been some inappropriate conduct?
If they have any concerns, I would implore them to please call us, and that number is 1-800-226-1140, and we would have someone come talk to them and speak to them. Again, this happened yesterday. Here we are Tuesday. We're pretty confident. Now, you never could be 100% sure, but as our investigation continues, I feel like we're going to be in a good place to say and to give those parents peace of mind. The most important thing here was the reaction from the Pasco County Schools, FDLE, and the Pasco Sheriff's Office. Within 10 to 12 hours from Friday, we knew who he was. Monday, and here we are Tuesday morning.
Was the victim or victims in these images or whatever, were they local? Were they from somewhere else? I guess the question is, also, were they downloaded images of something that he produced himself?
He did not produce it. It was a downloaded image. And NCMEC has a good catalog or category of millions, trillions, unfortunately, of images, and they get bounced all over the world. And this individual downloaded some pretty vile, disgusting stuff, and this is a result of that.
You said he confirmed that was his account. Was this an account to a certain platform, or?
It was a social media account, and I'm just going to leave that at that. We still have some more things we want to do with that. But yes, he did confirm that that was him, and that was his account.
What is his status as of this minute today?
I believe he's still in the Pasco County Jail under a bond. And there could be potentially more charges. We still are in the process of downloading some devices that he has, and you never know what's going to be on those as well. So, any more questions? Well, thank you for your appearance today. We appreciate it. Thank you very much.